What's up, guys? It's Missy. I am back with another SimCity Build-It video. Today we're going to be talking about low-level comm. We're going to be kind of doing a walkthrough, but more importantly talking about when you're going to need to cancel those upgrades. So if you guys who play low-level comm are still confused as to, which things you should be rotating at, when you have upgrades, high upgrades, and when to cancel, then this is definitely going to be the video for you, okay? So before we get started, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Join us on Facebook, SimCity BuildIt, MissyAnne I'm also on Discord, Instagram, all the links are down below in the description. Okay, so first thing you're gonna do is your task assessment and breakdown. Many of you guys already know this if you've watched any of my walkthroughs. What that is when you label your tasks into subcategories like premium, non-premium, main, rotatable, no touch, cancel, okay? Now, as you can see here, we need to look at what we got going on because our highest task is a upgrade and this person can't do upgrades, then we need to really assess to leave it 3,600 point task sit there and it's the very start of the contest. The one thing that you don't want to have happen is you don't want to cancel it immediately and have it immediately come back. You got to kind of test the waters first. And it doesn't make sense to cancel it just yet. So what we would do is we would start off with the 3,000 point work hard upgrade because it's the highest in the list with the best opportunity. It's the first obvious choice, right? Now, normally I go through and I say everything about each task, but we're not going to do that today. Right now, we're just going to kind of talk about the upgrade situation. So, as you can see here, he went ahead and did the... Hang on, I got to roll my window up so you guys can hear me. Okay. He went ahead and did the 3,000 work hard, okay? Now he gets an 800 Paris in return. So, that's not a good sign, right? That you're getting a low non-premium. But, he's going to continue on doing what he needs to do, and that is his highest next premium. Now, ideally, you would go with usually VU here just because it's quicker, easier, doesn't cost cash. But honestly, either one of these is fine. He could have had the Tokyo flight there already and had the items for it, and maybe it was leaving soon or whatever. It doesn't really matter. The point is, both tasks have pretty much equal opportunity, equal in value possibility, and they're both premium, obviously. So that's still a correct choice. But he gets a 600 cargo. Now, again, this is alarming to me. So he's either going into reverse rotation or that 3,600 is blocking something, okay? So at this point, I would go with the launch VU because even if he has the dozer to do the city expansion, we're looking more for opportunity here, right? And that thing just comes right back. So that's something that you would want to do after you've opened up all of the opportunities and then you rotate something like that, okay? Not sure what he did. He must have done the VU and there's just no screenshot for it. So he gets beach, which is 2,500, and that's the obvious next choice, right? Because we would be now labeling that a main task. And now he gets an 1,800 on tape, okay? Making the expand city the next main task, but it has no opportunity. But either way, just get it done now that he's rotated everything else. Okay, now he gets a 1,500 on coins. So nothing good going on here, right? Now at this point, he's going to go with the tape, right? Okay, so he does that. Now, the grass. Okay, now he's got donuts, all right. Now we're 7 tasks in. And he gets a 2,400 upgrade. So now the upgrades have started rolling in, okay? So now at this point, let's reassess the list. Nothing good has come in. Right? We've got nothing to work with here, really. We've got 2 non-premiums at a disgustingly low value. A very long production task down below. And 2 high-valued upgrades, one of which is not in the cancellation zone. Now, what makes it in the cancellation zone? Well, first, it has to be worth at least 3,000 points. Okay. Second, it needs to be blocking good tasks from coming in. So if you're still getting good tasks, don't cancel. All right. And within the first 20 assignments rotated. So, for example, we're still... You have to think, always think, okay? You guys think about the fact that, hey, I have 52 assignments to get to before I even hit my tickets. With a list like this, where am I going? How is this going to get better for me? If I've got a 3600 that's already blocking me this early on, and I just got another main valued upgrade in my list that needs to sit there. I've got a non-premium coins that usually comes back. 2 non-premium tasks, which are the only upgradable or rotatable locations. Then we've got the textiles, which is going to be a hit and miss. Okay, so at this point, you need to ask yourself, do I cancel? The answer is yes. You need to cancel. You've got upgrades rolling in. Okay? That 3600 needs canceled. Now, he went and did, I believe, the War Booster. Now, if you read the comm guide for low-level comm, or any, really, is, I've told you guys how many times, when you rotate a 1,000 point assignment, the game tries to usually level you out, right? And it usually results in a 3K task in return. Now, given the fact that you can't do upgrades, we just saw an upgrade roll in, so the game is definitely starting to give you upgrades. We can pretty much conclude that you probably have an 80% chance of getting a 3K upgrade in return by doing this assignment. Now, for a high-level player, that's excellent. But for a low-level player, not so much, right? So, he does the War Booster, and he gets a 3K Paris. Yeah. Okay, so now we've got 3 tasks, all at main task value, all upgrades that can't be done, and we're only 9 assignments in. We've got 51 assignments left. How are we going to proceed on for the rest of the week, the rest of these assignments, with 3 tasks already at main task value and nothing good coming in the other place values? We can't. You can't do that. If there was ever a time to cancel, now would be it. Now, which one do you cancel and why? Well, you're going to start with the highest one that's been sitting for the longest time, right? So, for example, the highest one in the list is that Upgrade Latin. It's been there since the beginning. It's 3,600 points. But he went with the bricks for 720. And he got an upgrade for 1,000. So, like I said, the game is giving him upgrades. Now would be the time to try to get that out of the way and get it in at least for a lower value or get it replaced for something better. That's the idea here, right? So he does an 800 Paris, which is a non-premium task because it's got 200 points higher. Well, yeah, that's not gonna... Yeah. So now we've got feed, okay, at 1,300 value. So that's something that he can do, you know, given that he still has so many assignments left. But the problem is nothing's coming in that's good. He's got to open up a place value first before he starts rotating stuff, right? So now he does the textiles and gets a 1,000 melon. So still getting stuff under 1,500 points. Well, these 3 tasks at high value sit here. Okay, So now he gets the old townhome for a low value. Great, it's there of a low value. The more tasks that you rotate before your cancellation, the less time you have for it to reoccur at a lower value. Think about that. Okay? Because you're a low-level player, you have to stack up all those upgrades in your main list before you start the streaks. If you have them all in the main list when you're nowhere near the streaks, then you have like nothing that you can work with to rotate. If you have them all at a high value at the beginning of the week, then you have nothing good coming in, right? You need to allow time for it to come back in with a lower value, or if it does come back in of a high value, at least it could come back in at a high value closer to the streaks rather than right at the beginning of the week to further screw you over, right? I mean, you got to think, one cancellation versus 51 assignments that are going to come in worth a disgustingly low value because it has no place value to work with, right? So right now, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 upgrades. Let's see, let's go back. Trying to count the ones at the bottom here. So he's got the Design Challenge one, the Latin, Residential, Paris, Tokyo. He's got 5, I think. 6, Old Town. So he has one more that needs to come in, which I believe is the London one. So I think that he would be okay to get that in. Okay, think. He has 26 assignments before he even starts or even thinks of starting streaks. Now, the reason that I put it at 20 was so that you guys would have extra room to work with, right? That way, if it wasn't there at 20 streaks, that you would start, thinking, hey, I got to do my streak soon and get this done. There's 6 streaks total in Mega at 4 tasks each. That is 24 assignments that you have to leave in order to be able to complete the streaks. Now, if you start them at 20 and you had 15 tickets, that's 35 in total. So subtract 24 from 35. And that's the amount that you have that you can work with to rotate, and try to get something to come in before you end up needing to do the streaks. So now he rotates the keys. Now, this is another realization you guys have to think about, okay? Just stop and think for just a minute. Keys comes right back. And at this value, it doesn't make sense to do it, right? It's not opening up any better opportunity for you. If it comes right back in your list, what good is it doing you to rotate it? It's not. So, now I ask you, you have 46 assignments remaining before you even hit your tickets. 26 until you hit the streaks. You have 6 out of 7 upgrades already in your main list, 3 of which are at main value. You have a high factory. You have nothing going for you. Absolutely nothing. You have no opportunity for anything good to happen to you. Essentially. So now you want to rotate a low-value task that brings no opportunity. What happens? Yeah. 960 on flour. Okay. So now we go even lower and we rotate another garbage assignment and we get the keys back. What did I just say? I just said it was going to come right back. So the reason that he did the keys was for what reason? Because he's desperate, right? He's desperately trying to open up something better. So this is what I always tell you guys in my walkthroughs. If you do the keys and it comes right back, where are you now versus here? What's different? The only difference is you wasted an assignment, you opened up nothing better, and then you got the same damn assignment in return. That's what's different. You just lessened your average by doing that. So when you go through each week and I say, don't do this, and people continue to do it every week, how many times do you have to see this happen to you before you go, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't rotate something that doesn't do me any good. Maybe I need to look elsewhere for something better. Maybe I need to take a one cancellation hit versus taking multiple hits throughout the duration of the contest. Okay, so now he does flower and he gets an 800 Paris. This is all him. Okay, this is not a reverse rotation. This is happening 1000% because he didn't cancel. Now, this is only his second week in Mega, so I'm not going to be too hard on him for that. But so many people do this every week because they don't know when to cancel. And I'm telling you when to cancel. Okay, this is when you cancel. When it's blocking good stuff from coming in. You don't cancel right off the beginning of the week when you don't even know how your week's going to go. Because there's a lot of weeks where you have a 3,000 point upgrade in your list and you're just fine. You can work around it, One of your good place values is still opened up. But when you have 3 that are that high, you got to really pay attention to what you got to work with here. And a lot of people don't think ahead. They think of the now. They think of the, what can I do to get me points right now? They don't think, how is this going to go for me if I continue on this way? How am I going to get through this many assignments? They don't think like that. Okay, so now at this point, he sends a bottom screenshot. He's probably looking at his list going, well, I'm screwed. I've got a bunch of upgrades. I've got a 1,500 coins. A monster that isn't going to do him any good to rotate. It's just going to come right back. And an epic project at a low value that's a non-premium task that could open up a load of problems for this player. He doesn't have any pointers for epics yet. It's only his second week in Mega. And he really can't afford to open up the epic. Okay? And he doesn't need to. He needed to cancel. That's what he needed to do. So, here we are. He goes for the long production task with a low value. What's he get? A production task of a low value. All right. So now what do you think his next play is going to be? Probably the Paris. Rather than canceling. Or maybe he does the coins. Who knows? I don't know. At this point, anything's possible. Okay. Now he gets a low premium. Why? There's no room for anything good to come in. So it's not... Okay, look. Look at this. You've made a game. You've given people X amount of assignments. Of those X amount of assignments, you say that you want a variety of points values. Some 800, some 1,000, some 3,000s. You don't want any list, and you never will see any list, that is all 3,000 point value tasks. Right? Game doesn't work that way. It has a variety. It always has a variety. So when you look at your list and you look at the points values, just erase everything else from your mind. Don't look at premium. Don't look at non-premium. Don't look at anything at all. Just look at the points values. Why is nothing good coming in? Because those points values are already taken up. Right? It's not going to let you have 6 3,000 point tasks. So, what do you think is going to happen? You're working in the bracket of garbage, trying to make something happen that just, frankly, isn't possible. And even if you did manage to get one 3,000 point task here and there, it would be just that. It would be here and there, and that would be it. And right now, you're not even getting that. So he does that. Now he gets the Paris back. Okay. So now he goes for the gold keys. Oh my God. Did you not learn the last time? What happened to you last time? You're taking 800 points on your average every time you do a task like for 1,200 points. 1,200 legendary. Whoop-de-doo. Doesn't even matter. Because it's such a low value, none of this is going to matter. Okay? Legendary. 1,200 chems. Now you can't do those chems. Can't do the sugar. Now you're working with one place value. So he does Paris. Nope. Sorry, he does earn coins. And now he's here. Now, hopefully I can catch him before he screws up his week any further. than he has. This is one of the worst weeks I've ever seen. Look at his average. Look at his points. He's 23 assignments in. And his points are 31,000. Ouch. All because he didn't cancel early enough. Ow. So, again, you guys, if you see that there's no opportunity for you, really look at your guys' lists and ask yourself, what could happen? What could happen here? Is there anything good that could happen? When he did those keys, how many of you think those keys are going to come back? If not everybody didn't raise their fucking hand, you haven't learned a damn thing. Okay, those keys are coming back. And then he's going to be right back where he started. And that's it. You know, how many more tasks is he going to burn before he cancels? And then when he cancels, here's what's going to happen now. Okay? He's going to wait so long to cancel that when he finally does cancel, if at all, he's going to cancel so close to the streaks that he's going to get the damn upgrade in the streak. And then it's going to fail him. So, the only chance he has at all at salvaging this week, at all, would be to cancel an upgrade, a 3600 upgrade. Hope that opens something up for him. And if it doesn't, he may just have to call it a week and just say, screw it, I screwed up. It's that bad. Okay? And the reason I say that is because I can't say why. But the reason that I say that is you have to know your opponents. Let's just say that. Okay? So if you look at your leaderboard and you know that there's somebody out there that maybe scores high every week or whatever, don't waste resources that you don't need to. Okay?